What's up guys, of Daggers and Darkness. Now today I'm going to show you a team deathmatch clip from Waterloo. Now you don't need to worry about the time and date in the corner of the left hand screen because it does not apply. It's just my camera had a random date setting. So yeah, so basically team deathmatch, if you've never played it before, consists of basically two teams fighting out at each other with unlimited lives for about 10 minutes. Obviously I was on blue team and we had the red team fighting us. So our main objective right now is to hold the tower as long as possible because it has a 2-story and has a significant height advantage. The disadvantage to my left hand side is I have a doorway that exposes clear shots up to the ladder, so we could not actually physically get up because we would just basically get shot from the enemies, and I'd rather not expose myself to getting shot currently trying to get up when I know I can't. As you can see, a kid tried to get up and he got shot straight away. Right now, we're just trying to hold as much cover fire as possible and keep the enemies pushed back as long as possible for more teammates to come up and help support. So I try and peek and shoot that guy that was laying into us, but unfortunately I miss. And I'm pretty sure he's seen me completely now, so he knows exactly where I am. And you can see the gel start coming through. And I'm basically about to get hit, so as you can see in footage, I'm going to kill my hit and walk away. So yeah guys, basically when you're playing team deathmatch, all you have to do to respawn is walk back to your spawn point. Depending on the day, it could be touch the barrel, wait 10 seconds, etc. So I'm about to get shot. I know in the footage I get hit, and you can see that I will put my hand up and walk out. If there was original audio, I would basically just say hit. I generally wave my hand out of the doorway to let players know that I'm actually exiting because, yep, there you go, as you can see, just to let other players know that I'm exiting so they don't try and shoot me thinking that I'm an enemy. So guys, the field itself is replicated, so whatever's on one side is on the other side, so we'd have the same amount of cover so it's evenly based. Which is a great thing because then there's no unfair advantages apart from the enemy's side right now has a clear access to the ladder, and that can't be changed because there's no way to change, there's no way to have a dual ladder system. So that's one slight disadvantage, but that's nothing that was deliberately done. It's just a slight kind of thing that was made. As you're going to see, we're mainly just laying support fire because there's someone up in that tower. We got that guy who was trying to peek around, but there's just mainly a guy in a tower that's absolutely shredding us. And I'm just landing support fire to a lot of teams, a lot of our friendlies at least. I saw a guy moving with a shield around there, so my friend moves up to try and take him out. He's going to hold that position on the right hand side of me for a while. I come up in here, trying to see if there's any enemies, trying not to give my position away too much, but I do like to try and peek and make sure I can see, get a clean shot, you know. Obviously from the tower from here, it's a easy shot if you're in the tower. It's incredibly easy, and I can see some gel splattering down, so I know there's someone up in the tower. I don't know which window and exactly where it is, so it's quite hard to actually get a clean shot off because I'm going to have to peek with my blaster and basically expose myself in doing so. I can see a guy in the bottom, and I knew that there was a guy in that top left-hand corner. Unfortunately, I missed that guy, and he got my friend as he tried coming in, and he's probably going to get me too, and he gets me. So I was so close to actually hitting him, so I call my hit and walk away, run back to spawn, walk back at this point, because, you know, I was pretty knackered. But, yeah, so all you have to do, like I said, is just head to spawn, tap the barrel, wait 10 seconds, you know, just depending what the rules are of the day. There's a couple of kids and that chilling back here. Sometimes, new players don't like getting shot at, and I can understand if you don't like being shot at, but the game revolves at basically shooting at other people. So I saw the guy still over there with the shield, so I'm going to run support quickly. The guy in full tactical gear right now, he's going to run while we lay cover fire. He should have called, the guy with the shield should have called the hit then because we went for his hand. If I had a zoom camera, it would be much better for you guys, but unfortunately I was just using a GoPro. So he runs up, moves the shield around, my friendly gets hit. So we see him pushing up. Now this is a little bit confusing, guys, because basically we shot at his legs and the gels would be splatting right on his shins, but unfortunately he doesn't call it, and I get shot there, and then basically my teammate shoots him in the leg or in the hand, I'm not 100% sure. I basically just called my hit and walked out, but I know he was shot and he did leave. He should have called the hits on the shins, but he didn't, which is a bit frustrating because I would have been able to like not have to walk back to spawn, but you know, I took my hit and I left. And also, while I didn't shoot him in the shins at that last part, when he moved up even closer, my magazine stopped feeding. So you're going to see right now that I check the T-piece and the magazine, specifically trying to find out why it's not feeding. It turns out the magazine was running a little bit empty, and all I had to do was shake the magazine to dislodge the gels being held at the top so they could actually feed through the feed wheel. But kindly enough, a guy will actually give us some gel balls in a second. He plants a pump bottle of gel balls and just basically tells everyone to go ham on it. You know, fill up when you need to. You can see a G36 V1's there that needed some gels. As you can see, the magazines are clear, or clear blue plastic at least, and a Luchan Scar with orange mags that are clear. They're quite unique in the sense that you can see if you're running out of gels, which I like. Unfortunately, with my MP5 drum mag, you can't. You got to go by feel. It only has around 600 gels in it, and it's a little bit frustrating, but nonetheless, the guy gave us some free ammo, so we're all filling up right now, and we're going to go back out. But as you can see, guys, like, team deathmatch is more relaxed. You know, it's very chill in the sense you don't have to worry about, you know, dying too much. It's not like you have to, like, cheat or anything. Some people will cheat on every game they play. They won't call their hits. But as you can see from my footage, guys, it's quite easy just to call your hit and leave. I've done it multiple times. I make sure my gun's working again because it was not feeding properly. And I think it was just to do with like the gels not feeding down to the wheel properly, and it's back up and running. So I'm going to run support again because it wasn't too difficult this game. I probably wasn't going to get in the tower because it was just too difficult. I was shooting up at the tower, as you can see. I'm always constantly like looking out for players, like enemy players and also friendly players, just to make sure if they need a hand or if they're confused about a rule or something. You know, you try and help out. But yeah, I constantly scan around to make sure I can see, you know, if there's anyone that, you know, needs help or if I need to call out positions. So my friendly right now, he's going to try and run up and in, and unfortunately he gets shot in the process, as you can see, right then and there. He calls his hit and he goes back to respawn. Now I can see the guy with the shield before that killed me, and I do some good shots and I get him. So he calls his hit this time and he leaves, which is wonderful because quite often a lot of people don't call their hits, especially at long range. They just have this issue with, like, they think that you can't see it, but you can. But it's all good. He called his hit this time and he leaves. Got another friendly running up there trying to get into the tower. Hopefully he can do it, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. So at this point in time, my GoPro clip on my head disconnected and fell down, which basically ruined my mojo was sitting there, so I had to quickly, you know, try and reconnect it, and it was quite annoying in the sense that I had to do that, but I have it up and running pretty quickly. I can see enemies in the move, so I knew not to peek right away because I was going to wait for them to push up a bit more so I could get them out, and I've got some friendlies on my side, which I clearly direct there, letting him know where the enemies are. As you can see, guys, a lot can happen at a team deathmatch. You know, if you're not going to call your hits, don't play, but hey, at the end of the day, a lot of people were really, really chill. A lot of people called their hits. There was only a couple of issues. So guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Leave a